Have you ever wondered if it's possible to live in sync with your cycle? Do you struggle with a negative mindset around your period? Are you wondering if it's possible to be feminist and anti-birth control? We're going to explore these questions and so much more in the Managing Your Fertility podcast, because this is about helping you live a whole and full life. I'm your host and guide, Bridget Busacker, joining you in this journey of exploration related to women's healthcare, feminism, and fertility awareness. Are you ready? Let's get started. Hey friends, welcome to the Managing Your Fertility podcast. I'm excited to be on here. I don't have a guest today. It's actually just me. And I'm talking a little bit more about my course and answering some of your questions around who it's for, what it entails. Should I really invest and buy this or not? So I'm hopping on here to talk to you more about Start Your Chart. I am so excited that this has come together. I know in the past year I've been talking about a discernment course, and I just felt like there was the foundational aspects of charting missing from Managing Your Fertility and the website. Although I have information on the website, I really wanted to be able to provide something that's affordable and that allows you to have more access to me and to walking you through and providing you with the tools that you need to actually be able to start charting. I think it's just interesting to see, from my conversations with individuals, that some really like the website and doing it on their own, and others are really looking for that additional support and help. And, whether it's coaching or it's a quick message or an email or a phone call, I just realized that I was doing these one-off calls to help. And it was not the best fit for my family life. And so I was having to say no to people. And so I'm just so glad that this all came about as it did. It was in July that I was like, you know what, I need to pivot. I need to take this workbook idea that I had and actually make this into a course for you. So Start Your Chart is $37 and it's available to you for lifetime access. And what I do is I walk you through the 101 of charting. I'm not an instructor, and I like to clarify that with people online occasionally too. I'm all about connecting. Connection is a huge aspect for me. I love being able to help people get connected in with instructors, medical professionals, other resources that they need to be able to successfully chart and have a great sex life and have a great marriage. All these pieces are integrated. And so I really find my passion through that. So what I do in this course is I walk you through what it looks like to chart. What does that mean? Overview of the cycle and what are the hormones at play. So you just have a better sense for this is how your body is working, and this is why charting helps and what it can do for you, for your health. I walk you through the different methods that are available, and I categorize those like I do on the website with symptothermal, symptohormonal, cervical fluid only methods. And I do a pros and cons check on that. And then I ask you to journal, and I provide questions and different prompts so that you really think through what it is that you want out of a method. We do work on instruction. So before we get into picking an instructor, I really have you reflect on and think about what it is that you want out of instruction. What do you want out of your instructor? And what is it that you are hoping for? What's your dream setup? Because I think being really honest about those things is going to help you in actually coming to that decision-making matrix that I provide you to say, okay, you pick your top two methods, work through pros and cons of each, and let's pick one that you feel comfortable with. And obviously, as you get connected with an instructor and I walk you through how to do that, even with email copy, everything that you need to facilitate those conversations, there's always opportunity for change. That if you find, once you talk with an instructor and really get into the nitty-gritty details of that particular method, which is what I want you to do, and is the hope for you to be able to do that before you actually pay and commit to learning the method and going through the training, that you have a sense for, yeah, this sounds like a good fit for me, and wanting you to start off with that reflection and those journal questions to get you thinking and to get you into that mindset, really in the frame of saying, okay, this is what I'm looking for, this is what I'm wanting. Because I think with doing that, you start to formulate the questions that you have about the particular method and what you want to see, and thinking a little bit more about your lifestyle or the questions that you have. So you don't feel like you're coming in with an instructor and you're just like, I don't know, just tell me about the method. So you've done some of the work, you've done some of the hard work that it takes to get to that point of meeting with an instructor, and you actually have some questions and you're more open to that conversation because you have a sense for what to expect and what you're going into with that particular method that you've chosen. So with that, I'm helping you again get to that point of meeting an instructor and starting charting. I also go through some additional resources for you and how to talk with your doctor, conversation points to make, resources for your doctor if they're interested, helping you with just like check-ins. Like I have a chart weekly checklist that you can utilize to be able to check in the process of your charting, self-care planning, journaling prompts and reflections so that you are really set up for success, because I want you to be coming into this with confidence. And it's okay if you are starting from zero knowledge about your cycle. You've had some knowledge, you've done a little charting on your own, you maybe had instruction a year ago, a couple of years ago, whatever it might be, that you're really looking to connect in and work with a particular instructor of a particular method that is not only scientifically proven and sound, it's also Catholic Church approved if you are Catholic. Which gets into my next point here, is that this is really meant for any woman. Although I focus my business on Catholic curious women, this course is intentionally designed for any woman of any faith background. And it's that 101, because again, you are learning the science of charting and the practical tools and steps that you need to work with an instructor and to start charting your cycle with them, and getting into the weeds and the training of how that works. It's not meant to be a moral or theological training whatsoever. And I don't incorporate that very intentionally, because I really want you to understand the science of how your cycle works. That might be something that comes at a later date. We'll see, where I add in a little bit more of the training, and maybe adding into that course, or adding a different training around if you're interested in morality and theology around NFP. But I think the science is so often it's lacking in the initial conversations that I see around NFP. There's a lot of talk, I think, around how it works from a spiritual standpoint for those who are Catholic. And I think sometimes we don't get as specific about like, well, how do you chart and what does this look like? And how does the science work? And what about effectiveness rates? What if you have medical conditions? Things like that, that they need to be paired together. It's the faith and the science. So that's my hope, is to really reach women through that. So if you are someone listening that you already know and chart your cycle and you know how to do it, that's amazing. If you have a friend who's been interested, this is a great intro course for them. I intentionally make it affordable, easy to get through, and short. It is 1 hour, to be able to walk you through the process of doing this so that you can actually get started and understand why and how it works, so that you're not trying to piece together resources, because that was a huge part of my own story and why I started managing your fertility. So hopefully this is helpful for you. I know those were like the big questions of like, practically walk me through, how does this work? What does it look like? And then who is it for? So I hope, just this short little introduction helps you to better understand what you're getting out of this. Again, you have lifetime access. You'll have that login code, and you'll be able to go through this course in an hour or at your own pace. That's really up to you. And then I provide additional resources for you as well as you work through this. And I'll be adding more resources as you go. So that's kind of the perk of purchasing this and then getting lifetime access, is that as it changes, as I add more in, you'll get access to that. There's no additional charge or cost for that. And then the other big question I've gotten with this is that if coaching is available. And as of now, I'm not offering coaching with this course. It's something that I've thought about for the future, if that might be something I add in. But at this point in time, I am not doing any coaching. And so this course is really that hybrid opportunity, so that you're not just going to the website to look for information and really having to do it on your own, but you're also not getting the one-on-one time with me. But this course is that hybrid where I am walking you through. So you're getting more FaceTime with me and more specific support. And then you're also getting a more specific walkthrough and how to do this, so that you're not totally on your own. So I'm hoping this hybrid will serve you well. I'm so grateful for all the women who've already gone through the course and they're working through it. It's been amazing to see how many have already emailed me that they've emailed an instructor. They're really excited. They picked their method. They know what they're doing. They're feeling really confident in the steps that they're taking. And that is just like my dream and my hope for women who go through this. I really want you to feel confident. I want you to know that it is good to understand how your body works. It is important information to have, and you're smart. You can do this. I think there's just a lot of conversation that it's too hard and women can't do it, and that it's far too technical and medical. And it's such a lie, because while there can be nuances and challenges, sure, with like hormones and specific aspects to your cycle, and you do need the support of a medical professional, you can understand the basics of your cycle and what you're looking for. That is actually like very understandable. And there is a learning curve to charting. It's usually about 6 months, where it takes those 6 cycles and that time working with an instructor to really understand what you're looking for. So yes, of course, there's a learning curve, but it is very doable. You can do it, and you'll have the support to do it. So you're not completely on your own when you work with an instructor. And another aspect of this too, with working with an instructor, is that when you work with an instructor, you become a part of the high effectiveness rates. If you are DIYing or just doing it on your own, the effectiveness rates don't apply to you because you're not working in a supported system with someone, and then part of a method that has research behind it. It's methodologically sound, it's scientifically proven, and you have all the aspects and the foundational pillars that you need to be able to chart successfully. So that's just another piece to know, and why I really push and really encourage women to use an instructor if you really want to have high effectiveness rates. It's one of the best ways to do that, because you have the support that you need and you're getting that formalized training that you need to be able to understand how your body works. And you have the support, so it is doable. You have those touch points in place so that you're not alone. You're not doing it by yourself. So I hope this helps. It's a quick overview. I'm really excited to be able to share this with you. And if you have any other questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. You can send me a DM, you can send me an email. I'll include all of those links in the show notes so that you have direct access. And I am just so grateful that you are here, that you're following along with Managing Your Fertility. You're helping me to share the goodness of charting your cycle, being informed, and living a whole and full life. Okay, my friends, have a great rest of your day, and thank you for being with me.
Thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and help expand the conversation around women's health. If you'd like to learn more about fertility awareness, visit www.managingyourfertility.com for more information, resources, guides, and so much more.